Hello, my name is Brian Callies. I'm with Saving Lost Kids, and we work with missing, exploited, and sex trafficked children, and we have been blessed to have the nonprofit seat in the Generosity Network. And in our chapter, we have an amazing group of folks who just try to come together to network with each other and to help build each other. That has been so incredibly helpful for us as a nonprofit because, as you know, nonprofits, we are always trying to get our message and get people connected to us and try to get into that vision and try to get into that mission. And when we try to do that on our own, we can only influence our little circle of friends. But when you network with others, what you're doing is you're going to actually get our circle expanded with their circle. And the more of those circles you can bring together, the better it is for a nonprofit, right? Because we need to get that message out, but we need to get people connected to the dream, the goal, the vision of what we're trying to do as a nonprofit. And so by using the Generosity Network this way, that doesn't just help us, but we're able to help others as well. So one really interesting story and something that kind of really helped us is, as we grow and we have these different projects with what we have in nonprofits, that I presented that in one of our networking meetings. We have a 60-second thing that we get to talk about what we do, and then we also get to talk about how that we're looking for somebody to connect to. And so I put that out there. We have this new adventure, and I'm trying to put it out there to anybody who knows this kind of arena. And immediately, one of the best contacts that we've had so far is with cruise planners. So, and one of the guys there, Steve Ball, he really connected to the mission, connected to what we needed. And in fact, he's now a part of our team. So it helped us to not just get one little connection, it actually helped us to expand our team out. Because now Steve is really, in addition to being part of Cruise Planners and being so amazing at what they do, but he also gets to be a part of our team and trying to do missing, exploited, sex trafficking of children. So one thing that we've learned about nonprofits is I've been doing this now for 4 years, just being the executive director of a nonprofit. And there's some things that we learned that worked, and there's things that don't work, right? What doesn't work well is to be self-centered. In other words, we have one circle, one sphere. Most nonprofits, that's what we do. We just work in our own bubble. Our friends that we might know, we don't really expand much out of that, right? So you can make an impact, a splash, but only a small splash because you're not working with anybody outside of your bubble. That logic kind of fails if you're trying to grow your nonprofit. If you're really trying to expand and make it bigger, you're trying to reach more and impact more, then you have to think outside of your sphere, outside of your box. You have to get into a networking theory that lets your sphere get connected to somebody else's. And now once they're connected to you, their sphere is now part of your sphere. And now your sphere grows. It's kind of like, think about a bubble. If you have just one bubble, that's about as big as a bubble usually gets, right? But if you take another one, you know how sometimes they stick together? And now your bubble of metrics is bigger, right? And the more of those bubbles you can put, bigger and bigger and bigger, and the more impactful, the more beneficial you have. That's where your donors come from. That's where the people who really get connected to you come from. And then they get encouraged because they see you being an influence in their friends, their family, for example, or their networking groups. When they see you working with that, it encourages them to step up and do even more. So make it bigger than yourself. Network with other groups, grow this thing. And the only way to do that is to get in awesome networking groups like Generosity Network is amazing. Again, one of the key benefits that's so beneficial for us is that it's not just about our little network. And I say little, it's not even little. We've got a ton of people in there. But we get now up to 9, I think, now different chapters in Generosity Network. And you get to be a part of all of those too. So amazing opportunity to grow your bubble.